Hi Wendy, this is Tony looking at your photos for your first assignment here. Okay, cute shot of the kids out in the driveway. Let's take a look at what you got here. Okay, ISO 400. So shooting something like that outside, that's perfect. You got a 400th of a second for the shutter speed and aperture f10 here. Okay, so when you're shooting portraits like this, a lot of times what could help is, I think, like what you did with this next shot right here. Where you zoomed in a little bit closer. You got in a little bit closer here. Okay, so you're using pretty much a wide angle focal length here and also here. But you can change that up. Get in a little closer when you're shooting portraits a lot of times. Like this is, I like this a little bit more effective, getting in nice and close. Now, when you're doing something like this, it's always hard. You know how you can see how dark that their skin tones are on this right here. And so sometimes what you might want to do, if you take the picture and then they look real dark like that, where you can't see any detail in their face, you might want to pop up the flash and do a fill flash for something like this. But the way that your camera is looking at this scene right here, the camera sees a lot of this sort of lighter color value, this brightness back here. And so it looks as your overall picture and then basically sets the exposure based on that. So if you also moved them so that they didn't have this kind of backlighting behind them, like let's see on that next shot right here, primarily the camera is reading right off of her skin tone right here, and you can see how much nicer you can see detail in her face. So either put them against a background where you don't have the lighter color background coming, and then their skin tones would show up better, or maybe use a flash in addition to shooting them outside like that. This is a real sweet shot. I love this shot. Very, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful shot. And then it looks like you got this one in there again. So, okay, that's good. And then let's go on to the next one here. Okay, and the next one, not really sure what this has anything to do with portraits, but maybe this might be for your ISO and your white balancing thing here too. So that might be why you shot this here. I'm not sure, but hopefully, if you did use it for the white balance, it looks like it's. I can't really tell whether or not you've adjusted white balance over here on this other side over here. But if you did do some white balance adjusting, um, that you can see you've got a different kind of mixed lighting here. You've got lighting from inside, and then this looks to be over here on this wall from maybe outside a window, casting kind of a bluish light compared to this warmish light here too. So those are things that I definitely wanted you to try and pay attention to, in terms of white balancing and ISO and aperture. And so in terms of these portraits right here, you might want to throw a different shot in there. Maybe that one got re-uploaded there again, but maybe put a different shot in there. Maybe something a little bit closer in on your subject, like this one. That's my favorite of your batch of pictures here. And then you're back to this one right here. So, okay, keep up the good work. And thanks very much. And we'll take a look at your next assignment.